Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rewind That Chat, the podcast where time meets passion. I'm your host, the engineer.
And I'm the dentist. So grab your favorite timepiece, make yourselves comfortable, and let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
So, the Swatch Group. Honestly, my personal take is the Swatch Group is the Swiss answer to the Timex. It is an affordable timepiece, easily replaceable, not meant to be serviced, does a good job.
They are quite
And
exciting. So, for example, the latest collab they have with Blancpain. So, Blancpain X Swatch. What's your thoughts on that? I know we've discussed this previously, but in
yeah,
personally. But what's your thoughts on it?
see, I've had mixed feelings about it. I was excited in the same way I was excited for the MoonSwatch, but then when I found out it is a non-serviceable piece, that kind of ruined it for me a little bit. But at the same time, because of the bioceramic that they use, it just offers such a diverse profile of different aesthetics.
I was going to say, based on the aesthetics alone, it's really looking like that sort of that GMT type of watch, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah, when you think about it. Let's say it's a dive watch. I'm not sure if I understand correctly, but I don't know if it's actually built for specific depths, if it's even suitable to take to certain depths, because we joke about it in the watch modding community, but desk divers are a joke. There's no point having a watch which is 250 meters water resistance and never taking it that far or even into the water. At the same time, a watch which is built like a diver's watch and can't survive a bit of splash. Again, it's laughable. I love the aesthetic of it, especially the back, the case back. Look at the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. So from this selection, which one would you go for?
I think based on the aesthetic alone, I do like the Atlantic Ocean.
Atlantic, which one's that? That's the dark blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the navy blue. Yeah.
I really like the Antarctic. It's so neutral. It can slide under the cuff and just blend in seamlessly with anything.
The only thing I have a problem with is
But,
what seems to be the straps. I just
oh yeah,
don't.
that's 100% a poor design choice.
I just don't understand why they would do that.
It's the latest hype. People like NATO's. They're just trying to preach to the masses. Swatch already has rubber or silicone straps already part of their catalog. They could have easily just pulled one from another watch, made a few adjustments.
I mean,
It would
doing
have been
that would probably
perfect.
make it look a bit more like a smartwatch, but I mean, I think that still be better than what they're trying to go for in this.
Yeah,
I think personally,
100%.
it looks like a 7-year-old's toy.
I mean, one thing you say that. One thing I remember is when the whole Moonswatch fiasco happened. There was families in line. There was kids in line for the for the Moonswatch release. A lot of watch reviewers, a lot of watch YouTubers had a similar take to what I have. Is that seeing just everyone of all ages just enjoying watches, it's refreshing. But you see little kids, you see adults, you see elderly teenagers, you see the rich man, the poor man, everyone just enjoying watches. And something as simple as a Moonswatch, which is at the time in the store, it was very affordable.
Yeah, well, the price point for that was what, $250, right? £250.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. It was a unifying experience.
but you got to remember as well, it was a different time. This is like the peak era of COVID, and people were just trying to get their hands on anything they could, which they think would go up in value. And at the time, I think marketing Swatch did this right, exclude people, but they just had so much more demand that they could produce. It was just inevitable that they're always going to be out of stock.
Yep, that was doomed to fail.
I know we both spoke about trying to get one. Maybe obviously we're from the UK, so the only place we could get one was from London. Swatch took the decision to not make these available online.
Until recent,
I mean, how many years ago was that now? A couple of years ago?
maybe I think 2021.
Yeah, which we're in 23 now, almost at the end of it. So yeah, about a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember I even planned 2 weeks in advance. No, what was it? Yeah, I planned a week in advance when the release was going to be that I am going to block off my entire schedule, try to leave work early so I can meet my friend before store opening
Yeah.
for the store release. And yeah, I made the trip. I got there and he was there waiting for me and he's like, bro, forget about it. It was
Oh
such a
man.
fiasco because from 4 stores, there was 4 stores in the UK, 3 in London, 1 in Scotland. At the end of the day, what happened is three other stores weren't stocked properly. They only had display pieces, and that's it. So there was only one store in the UK which actually had swatches, and they had a very limited stock. So that was a write-off, but it was nice just being able to meet up with people who were on the same boat with the same hype.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
it was actually on TV. Like the crowds and everything were crazy, like all over social medias. I was surprised. I was like, this is for just Swatch. Just the fact
yeah,
that you've got Omega's name in there, that's what's
that's
making
what
it pop.
exactly. It's the bioceramic. Since we're being critical, it's glorified plastic.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It took me a while to realize after a good few people drilled it into me. I think you were one of them. You're not getting a cheap Omega, you're getting an overpriced watch.
Yeah, exactly. I think there'd be no reason for Omega to put their best movement into a watch like this. Why would you do that? Their watches go for like multiple thousands of dollars. Why would they put their best movement into a watch that's going to be a price point of 250?
Agreed, agreed. At the same time, as much as I hate it, I really wish I did have one just because it brings back that moment of when the hype was there, we get so giddy and just full of excitement for something we don't even care about anything else.
I'm not going to lie
We
though.
just get
There was a positive hype around it, and I think everyone actually wanted one. Like, to be honest, in terms of pure aesthetics, like the MoonSwatch was actually quite admirable. They just had different colors you couldn't find in other watches, and I think it was just a fresh look that they were trying to promote, which I think they did quite well. Because if you look at the pictures, they look amazing. Like it
yep,
looks like something that you don't see every day, which is exactly what a watch retailer needed.
exactly. Although one thing that did make me realize I want a yellow watch. And then Omega coincidentally the following year released a new series of Aquaterras, one of them which featured a saffron dial, which that dial I want.
Yeah,
I want that dial.
it does look nice. I think you hit the nail on the head. You're very blessed to be in this position where you're able to see watches going from classic to modern, and in that modern you're seeing more color in watches, and I think that is quite nice. You just see so many of these like Royal Oak type watches that the market's flooded with it. So it's just refreshing once in a while, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a world of colors out there. And it's a shame everyone's stuck on the same white, black, blue, green dials. The moment you venture outside, you've got purple dials, you've got yellow dials, you've got pink, salmon.
If you had to have one of the collab watches, which one would you have? Would you have the collab watch with Omega, or would you have the collab watch with?
Are we talking the ones that exist, or are we also including hypotheticals?
No,
Because
just the ones that exist for now. We can go into hypotheticals after.
the ones that exist, I like the charm of the MoonSwatch, just
Okay.
because of the moon landing. When I did some reading and research about watches and the Moonwatch situation of what Omega, the race between Omega and Rolex, Omega, the underdog, finally pulled one on Rolex, got their watch to the moon first before. It's nice.
I'm a big fan of the Moon Watch, as you know, and obviously the
Yeah.
story behind it, the sapphire crystal, like it's great.
I like the charm of a mechanical. So if we could get a MoonSwatch with a mechanical, I know it defeats the whole purpose of it being a cheap and affordable watch, but a mechanical MoonSwatch, I'm sold.
The Moon Watch itself, that's not exactly cheap anymore. That's I just saw the release of that, and that's over 7K now.
Oh, the Uranus Moonshine Gold.
No, this is stainless steel.
Are we talking Moonwatch or Moonswatch?
No, the Moon Watch.
Price creep is inevitable.
It was priced at 5.9 last year, and this year it's over 7,000. I was like, wow.
It's funny though. It's not just Omega we have to hold responsible for that, or Swatch. Price creep is everywhere.
It's crazy, right? Inflation is in the market for a couple of years now, and people, instead of stopping to spend, they're just spending more.
You gotta enjoy life. You have to make foolish decisions and do what makes you happy.
Yeah,
I like to
I
say
agree.
there rarely is logic in passion. You do things that make you feel good because they make you feel good. If everyone did everything out of logic, the world would be boring.
And that's why you're listening to this podcast. So please like and subscribe, because this is the podcast where time meets passion.
Nice. Have you seen the hypotheticals on
No, I
Instagram?
haven't seen them, but you did briefly mention them to me. Should we go through some?
Yeah, come, let's go through them. My favorite one, of course, it goes without saying, is the JLC or Gégère Lecoutre Reversal. I,
Mr.
s-
French accent.
I, I say it with the accent because I can.
Yes,
I might be horribly wrong with the accent, but I'm having fun.
that's
There
what
is no
matters.
logic in fun.
These are
So,
pretty wacky though, aren't they?
yeah, honestly. Again, they look like toys, just like any other MoonSwatch or any other Swatch product. But the color combinations out there, they're all theoreticals, by the way. None of these are real products. These are just AI generated by the looks of it.
Shout out
But
to
yeah, Roman Schaff from the Luxury Bazaar.
from the Luxury Bazaar. Yeah, we see you. We love the idea.
Yeah, funnily, I like the pink one because it just reminds me of strawberry yogurt.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, we see you. We like the idea. Thank you for sharing that
Yeah.
with us.
And there was also the ones with Erlang and Suna, again, theoretical collabs.
Yeah,
These ones like toys. They don't look, they look almost like a Ben 10 kind of thing.
Ben 10 art is brilliant.
That's a conversation for another day. Someone made a very good point in the comments saying that those collabs would not happen because the reason that Omega happened and the Blancpain happened is because those are subsidiaries of the Swatch Group itself.
Yeah, they are subsidiaries of Swatch, aren't they?
That also begs the question: would there be other collabs in future, like maybe Breguet, La Suite Original, Longines, Tissot, Rado, Hamilton? Hamilton is a big one. They have stood the test of time.
Personally, I don't know if I ever see Longines and Swatch ever collabing. I mean, okay, yeah, they're owned by the same group, but I don't know. The itself is just so different to some of the others that we see. What do you think?
That is a very good point. But something that just came to mind right now: Omega Moonwatch. That, of course, as you know, that's the lunar landing. That's a major thing. Blancpain with the 50 fathoms. Deep sea diving exploration.
Yep.
I could be very wrong in saying this, but I do know that Longines is known for pilot watches.
Yes, I think they are because if you look at the logo as well, it's there. But they are very much for them, very classic type aviation watches.
There is room to play with the pilot theme. Sky. So you've got space, you've got sea. It's possible.
So I think from that point, are you happy to wrap it up there? As always, it's good talking to you, bro. And
You too, bro. And if there's any other topics that you want us to discuss, or if anything else has caught your eye, please let us know. We're happy to go through them and give anyone a shout out.
yeah, definitely. We want this to be as much about you as it is about us and watches. So yeah, feel free. So yeah, as always, thank you for listening to Rewind That Chat, and hopefully we can rewind that back to you. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
Peace.